Today I'm going to be experimenting. I am using a new video editing software, and I'm also going to play with glue and some packaging tape. Welcome, it's Winnie from Bella Sunshine. So Natalie from Line Dot Arrow is doing an April challenge. It's for her 4-year anniversary, and this is part of her, this was her first week of freebies. It's a partial. I'm way behind. As you know, I'm at the end of April, and I'm just starting to do some of her challenges. So for the first week, I am going to play with these photo strip, and she gave us a couple of choices for pictures, and these are the 4 that I've chosen. I used them because I thought they look like a nice set of family. You have the father, the son, the daughter, and the mother. And I'm planning to put them into these photo strip. Now, the one that comes with the freebie is only 3, just like this. And you can do this manually. I could have just went ahead and printed out a bunch of these photo strip and then cut them to the size and glued them into another page to make 4 strip. All I did was I just did that on my computer and then printed them out. So that's why I have 4 and she only has 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to roughly cut these pictures and some of the photo strips. So this is what I have so far. So you can see on this one, this picture is much darker than the other one. I did that on purpose because what I want to do with this strip is I want to put packaging tape on it and kind of make it into a see-through, which what I mean by that is I'm going to go ahead and place this here. And I'm just going to use to kind of hold them in place, just a tiny little washi tape on the back of it, and then I'm going to line it up with my packaging tape. Now this packaging tape is not the expensive kind. I just got this at the dollar store, so don't use your good packaging tape. So all I'm gonna do, oh, you know what? I wonder if I did not check. Okay, so the picture on this is a little bit, the picture is wider than my tape. I think I'm okay as long as I center it. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. If I'm measuring, my tape is gonna overlap this circle. So I just need to make sure when I do this is I do right straight on the picture. I hope I'm making sense. And that's why I want to have the washi tape to hold it in place. I'm checking to see. So I want to cover the whole picture of the sun. I think that's about the size of my packaging tape. So that's going to be kind of my guideline. I'm just going to make it long enough. Now I want to make sure, I don't know if you guys can see that I got a bubble going here. I'm going to iron that out first. And you know what? It's okay if it's not a perfect thing. If this one doesn't work out, I printed out some more of these So I'm just using my bone folder to really push the tape into the picture. And then, okay, then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut where I can see my tape. I'm not too happy with the bottom one over here. It's got a little rip, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. So here's my strip. You can go ahead and cut them into pieces if you want, but I think I'm gonna wait. And what we're gonna do is, I just have a little placemat here, and we are going to spray some water on the back, or you can dunk it into a little bath of water, cold or warm water. I don't think it matters. So I'm just letting this sit. And I'm just gonna spray a couple more, let that sit for about a minute. Okay, so you can start testing to see if you're able to go ahead and rub off. You just need to kind of do a circular motion like this and start rubbing off the paper. And you might have to spray a couple of times, or let the water kind of sit there for a little bit longer. But this is basically what we're trying to get here. You're able to rub off the paper here, and you can see my picture. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit some more. I went ahead and got a tub of water here. Maybe that would be easier. And I'm gonna go ahead and continue to rub off the paper. So with this one, so you can see, I can still see the white. That means there's still more paper to rub off here. So you just need to go ahead and keep rubbing. And it's a lot easier if you are doing the circular motion like this. If you have this in the water, it's easier to rinse off. And that way you can focus on the area that you really need to rub. So here's what we got. We have the dark one, and you got the light one. I thought maybe the dark one we would see it better, but actually the lighter one, it's much better than the dark. And just to let you guys know, as you can see, these are cut individually. This was a lot harder to take out the paper because I didn't have a big piece to hold on to. And then as you can see, you see all the white stuff there. There's still some glue residue. So like here where you're seeing this white part, the glue is still there. And if you want to take that off, you just need to go ahead and scrub some more. But for the most part, it's not, it sticks a little bit, but then you can still take it off without tearing the paper. So with this one, my plan was I was going to go ahead and put this into here, kind of like this, and then taking the other strip, as you can see I already cut the hole in there, and kind of do the strip this way. So that's what I was thinking of doing. Or I wanted to put maybe a backing, and I found this. This is from Nathalie's freebie. I wish it was a little bit lighter. And it gives you a little bit, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. You can see through to the script that you can't really read. So it kind of gives you a little bit of different look to the image. So I was thinking of doing that, or I found this other thing that I must have printed out, and it's a pretty light one. This is not Nathalie's. I'm not sure where I got this actually. So you can see, you can really, there's a big difference, I think. So let's do a little test maybe. Like I feel like, I mean, they're both good. I just like the lighter part. It shows the picture better. So I think I'm gonna go with the lighter one. So now the next step we need to do is we need to go ahead and cut these holes. And how do I want to do this? I think what I'm planning to do with this one is turn this into a pocket, so we don't need to worry about what the back would look like. So I can go ahead and maybe turn this upside down, I mean the back here, and then start gluing or taping these pieces here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off these two pieces just using my knife, and I just need to really look really close, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and ink it just so I can get the black consistency around it. And I haven't decided if I want to cut these off. That would be a lot of work. So let me go ahead and work on these two. Okay, I wanted to show you, I'm not using any ruler, I'm just using my knife, and I just go really slow and steady. And then what I do is, instead of trying to get the pieces in the corner, I turn it around and I can see where I need to go ahead and mark. Show you guys, you see how it's not all the way cut. It's a lot easier to see it when you flip it over. So you just need to go ahead and cut the piece. So I have it all inked, and I know I wanted to show you guys the difference. Here's the girl, the daughter, just with the regular copy paper, and here's what she looks like with the packaging tape. Big difference. It gives you a different look. So we're gonna go ahead, the next one is, I got this all inked the best that I can, and I think the easiest to do is maybe taping it up onto this here. So I'm just gonna line up my picture, and I'm gonna use some washi tape to just kind of hold them in place. So here's our family all together in the strip. I'll show you guys the back. And I just did that on the back. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put glue, and we are going to put it on this strip, or on this thing here. So the best way for me to do this would be putting glue all over this page and then gluing it here. And for that, I am going to use my 3-in-1, and I need to make sure I don't put it too thick. And just try to also put some, you know, in between here. Hopefully that will work. We'll see. So with this one, I noticed that it's not glue in between. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, the strip. So I'm gonna try to put a little bit of glue in there, and I'm gonna use the 3-in-1, of course, and do that so it doesn't break. But for the most part, it is glue into our back, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut our piece. So here it is, all done. I inked with black soot on the edging here. I really like how it turned out. I like my set of family. Here's the dark one, just to show you guys the difference. So with this, I can turn it into, let me find a spot, maybe in June. I can turn this into a, like a pocket going just this way, or, you know, going this way, or a belly band, like that. The next idea that I have is the same concept as this one, but I'm gonna try to make your own negative. So I have these two pieces. As you can see, one is flipped the other way. Like if you look at this lady, if she was looking at herself in the mirror, she would be looking at herself the right way. I mean, you can also look at the bicycle, how they're flipped. I'm not really sure if I'm explaining that correctly, but when you put these together right here, they should line up. The image should line up together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the packaging tape, removing the backing, and then we'll see what we have. So this is a struggle for me. I had a hard time. Look, I have lines on this one. Even when I was doing the other one earlier, I had this big line here. That's why I did the individual. But then I did this one where I cut the piece that I need, take it off the roller, and then I can hold it together with both of my hands, and it worked much better, as you can see on this one. So maybe if you guys are struggling like the way I am, try to cut the piece that you need, and then, you know, glue it to your image. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to the right size, because it's really difficult to tell once we, you know, once we take out the backing. It's probably a lot easier to go ahead and cut it now than much later. So here's our negative strip. I did try to line this up together, and they were not lining up. For some reason, my pictures are not lining up, and I think I know why. Because I did this all in the computer, I can already tell, especially the middle picture. Look at the tire on the bicycle. That's not going to line up because they're not in the right position. So I think I'm the one that messed up when I did the editing, but I think it would have worked. Let me show you guys, if we had it together, what it looks like. As you can see, our strip is pretty lined up. If you look at the holes here, the picture is not, but I think we would have been able to get the concept. We would have been able to see the pictures much better. So it could have worked. I just have to kind of redo it if I want to try it again and line up the picture. But I think we're going to go ahead and move on to another project. I might just separate these and do something else with them, because I can't put them together. So the next project I have is, remember our set of family? I got them cut up like this, where I just cut off their heads. And what I want to do is, Natalie has these tags that she already made. I believe this is week 3 freebie, and I'm thinking of putting them on the tag. I mean, instead of kind of, you know, putting it like this, I mean, I could just glue it that way, but because we're experimenting, I'm gonna do something different. I'm going to put glue and kind of glue this backward like this, and I'm hoping that the picture would look like it's meant to be there. So let me get my desk together. So with this one, I tried it on a different picture using, this one was Lineco, and then this one was 3-in-1. I think we're gonna be better off using the Lineco. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not adding water. So this is just basically the whole PVA glue. And I can kind of mark it to where she is going to be, like the height of it. And I'm just going to put glue. Brush it. Making sure I have glue there. And then I am going to just going backwards. I'm trying to transfer her on this page. And then just gluing her. I think I need a smaller. Nope, that doesn't work. I'm just pressing it down to make sure she is glued in there. I'm hoping I put enough glue on the mother. I feel like I didn't. I believe these are dry. I did add more glue to this one. She was kind of lifting up, so I added more glue, so we're gonna do that one last. And with this one, of course, you can't dunk the whole thing in water, so you're gonna need to get your spray bottle and just spray it. And then start rubbing just on the picture. Here's our finished tag. Here's the daughter. As you can see, her face is right on the branch, which I'm not really liking that much. And then we have the mom, which I knew I won't have enough glue because half of her face is missing. And then we have the son. I think he turned out pretty good. I like it. But I think I want to go ahead and experiment some more with this. I want my tags to be bigger, and I think I want my person to be bigger. I think they would look better. The only thing that I need to consider is the placement of where they're going to be. As you can see here on the mom, if you look at her eyes, she's right on the red stripe. So if you don't mind that look, I think it's kind of cool. Then, you know, great. But if not, just keep in mind where you're placing your image. So this is another way to transfer your photos into your project that you're doing, you know, instead of just kind of gluing this on her, or you cut her off like kind of like the dad. Instead of just gluing it like that, you can achieve a different look by doing this technique. Then we have our strip here. There's the dad and the son, and then there's the daughter and the mom. I really like how this turned out. You can even see there's like imperfection on the photos, like, you know, the negative has been scratched. I think that's kind of cool. And here's our attempt of making our own negative, which is this one. The only thing that I don't like about this is that it's flimsy on its own. I think even if we doubled this, it still would have been a little bit flimsy, I think. So I'm going to experiment some more with this. What I'm going to do is maybe do 3 layers of packaging tape and see if that would be strong enough. And then with this piece, I am going to put this in my planner. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to decorate it, but I will show you guys at the end of the result of the other experiment that I'm doing and my planner page. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Until next time, happy crafting.